Shalom Aleichem, I am Rabbi Shmuel Balaji, Rabbi for the Jews of Amsterdam, Ambassador for the Sultana Fez, Terror of the Spanish Main, Vegomer, and today I am hijacking the channel. Wait a minute, hijacking is my thing. No, Terror of the Spanish Main, I can hijack too. But before today's hijacking in Dvar Torah, a quick announcement from our synagogue president, David Mordechai. Thank you, Rabbi Shmuel. Mazel Tov, thanks to the generosity of our donors, the Creepy Bards Concertina Fund has exceeded its goal. People keep on giving and I don't know how to turn it off. Please stop giving. A sincere thank you and a yishar koach to everyone who donated. The new concertina is on its way. Kiddush following Adon Olam has been sponsored by the Bremen family in honor of their adopting a 30-year-old vagrant. Mazel tov! Vegetarian options are available. Thank you, David. Now, many of you, I am sure, are aware that the Creepy Bard attends the New York Renaissance Fair every summer. Some of you may be aware that I attend as well to have audience with Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth of England. And it was during one of these audiences this past summer that I was challenged to a theological disputation by Goody Temperance, the local Puritan, and who am I to reject such a challenge? Thankfully, someone was there to record it, so today we present to you the disputation at Stirlingshire. Enjoy!
Your Majesty, I bring, of course, greetings from my Sultan, Zidane Abu Mali, but today is Festival Day, so I think today is not the day for formalities. Today I will sing you songs.
Pardon me! Do pardon me, Our Majesty. The Temperance below, Majesty, a lowly Puritan, and I do wish to question choice of company, Majesty, for this is clearly not fit for court or country.
Oh my! Temperance, I am an ambassador for the Sultan of Fez. I have every right to speak with this head of state if she will give me that pleasure.
If she will give that pleasure, of course. But I feel I must speak my piece first. I have written it down, being as our queen is rather intimidating.
Wait a moment. You are challenging him? You have written something down?
I have, yes.
You have a retort?
If Your Majesty, I must say, I am hesitant to enter into a debate with this woman. There have been many debates between Christians and Jews in the past, and they have always ended in suffering for the Jews, and often the rabbi who is debating gets executed for uttering a blasphemy.
Your Majesty, if he is concerned about being taken too seriously, can you do it in rhyme?
In rhyme I can do.
I am prepared for this.
Very well then, I've got only one thing to say about this.
Very well.
Lords and ladies, this is an epic first battle of Stirling! Rabbi Shmuel Balaji versus Temperance below! Begin!
I, the good Temperance, come to protest this flagrant display of unrighteousness. This popinjay dares to come before thee when his ilk from our shire are banned. For such presumptuousness I abhor thee. King Edward was right. Get out of this land. Thou hast the gall to think thyself equal. Thou didst read the first book, but hast not the sequel. My testament calls thee a fool, but they didn't teach that in rabbinical school. Thou tool of Satan, thou prating mule, to ridicule the Saviour's rule has brought thee to this holy duel. And I know the secret the rabbi doth keep. Under that turban, thou art a creep.
Saintly at David. Yes or no? You have to think about it. My name is Rabbi Shmuel. I am coming from Morocco, debating with a woman with a face made out of stucco. You have just one expression, this grimace, this frown. You scare the small children when you're walking through town. Will it hurt you to smile, or maybe crack a grin? No, wait, let me guess. Smiling is a sin. Look at me, I study the Talmud. All you study is how to hate everything that's good. You want nothing but misery for the whole human race. God gives you a gift and you throw it in his face. But when you hear my rhymes, you are going to be running, because I do it right the first time. I don't need a second coming. I also don't need a priest. I talk directly to God while you're sitting here eating his flesh and his blood. I'd call you a cannibal, but that would be too easy. But what I see you doing is making me feel queasy. By the way, I do not wish to shatter your illusion. illusion. But that's only bread and wine, or do you suffer from delusion? You read the second commandment, but it didn't do the trick, cause you're still bowing down to a Jew on a stick. Here, let me quote you from the text. Lo ta'aseh vessel, it means no engraven images, it's an empty vessel. You say that you are pure because you have Yirat Shamayim, but I think it's because you have tiny shadayim. But God, He still loves you and He holds you dear, cause you will never have children and your line ends here.
Point out that all that transubstantiation business is Catholic, and we can agree that is nonsense.
Very well. Do you have rebuttal?
Anyway, thou hast not tasted persecution till thou hast heard my elocution, for I rebuke thy prostitution and truly God grant thee absolution. Who brings his holy retribution to those who spread moral pollution. Now defend thy institution, for this is thy sacred execution. Thou fearest not the Almighty's wrath and strayest from the righteous path. Thy greed precedes thee, piratical heel. Did Moses not tell thee, thou shalt not steal? The devil is tempting, 'tis only sense. But what wouldst thou know of abstinence? And for those who spurn the Saviour's word, he said, I come not with peace, but a sword. Christ, killer, thou knowst not whom thou hast crossed. Best make like thine ancestors and get lost.
I must say that your argument has left me unconvinced. Could not persuade anyone, Papa, King or Prince. I spread the will of the Sultan, first to Constantinople. You can't even get people to stop dancing on the Maypole. I sailed the seas, you wouldn't last a day on my ship. You want to run the rigging, you can't even make a witty quip. And no wonder you're always in church, for goodness sake, while I'm pillaging the Spanish with my bro Francis Drake. You say you're not a Catholic, your religion's still flawed. Remember that second commandment, you worship a man as a god. But let's examine your theology. You say God made you with sin, then He damns you for eternity. There's no way you can win. Your God is the harsh one. He damns you all to hell and then forgives you like naughty children and says, oh well, I guess I can't do any better. They're so pathetic, look, I guess I'll kill my only son just to let them off the hook. Our God has more respect for us. He says you're not children, you're men. You can behave like men. You can be righteous like men. And if you don't act like men, I will require it then. You speak of salvation, all I hear is empty talk. You give up the task God gave you like a child who refuses to walk. And then what's worse, you imagine that God has forgiven you, that He's taken you over and your sinning days are through. Now He's speaking through your mouth, your Messiah number 2. Don't you see, you are more arrogant than any Jew. Lech le'Azazel, this battle is through. Remember, if I killed your Savior, think what I can do to you.
Your Majesty, you are the judge and the voice of God upon the land. Normally we say who won, but now I ask who won.
Everyone else stay where thou art. My God. We are a benevolent ruler, as God is a benevolent God. Well, let us think. We are head of the Church of England. And the Church of England broke from the Catholic Church, which we call heretical.
I think everyone agrees about that.
The Puritans say that we are the Queen. The Jews seek refuge in our land. This is a conundrum. All right, thou shalt decide for us. It'll be a democracy for a short moment. With cheers, the Jews. The Puritans. Well, the Jews have won. I'm
God save the Queen!
God save the Queen!
One thing they can both agree on. Very good.